Welcome back to the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today we're diving into a topic that has affected millions of people worldwide, cognitive impairment in COVID-19 patients.
That's right, Emma. It's something that's been termed brain fog by many, and it's causing significant challenges for those recovering from COVID-19. Let's break it down for our listeners. What exactly is cognitive impairment in the context of COVID-19?
Cognitive impairment refers to difficulties in cognitive functions like attention, memory, and executive functioning. This has been observed even in individuals who had mild cases of COVID-19, not just those who were severely ill.
That's pretty concerning. What do researchers think is causing these cognitive issues?
Recent studies suggest a few key mechanisms. One major factor is neuroinflammation, essentially an inflammatory response in the brain triggered by the virus. Another is potential neuroaxonal damage, which means the virus might be causing direct harm to nerve cells.
So the virus is affecting the brain's connectivity and function. There are specific biomarkers that have been identified, right?
Yes, there are. One important biomarker is the plasma neurofilament light chain, or NFL. Elevated levels of NFL have been linked to cognitive dysfunction in post-COVID-19 patients, indicating potential neuroaxonal damage.
And then there are inflammatory markers like interleukins, IL-6 and IL-8, that are also associated with these cognitive deficits. But what about the impact on quality of life?
It's significant. Studies have shown that cognitive impairments can lead to lower scores in health-related quality of life measures, affecting mental health, social functioning, and overall well-being. This makes it crucial to address these cognitive challenges as part of the recovery process.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about some of the latest research. There was a fascinating study that used resting state functional MRI to look at brain connectivity in COVID-19 patients.
Yes, that study found that patients hospitalized for COVID-19 had significant differences in brain connectivity compared to healthy controls. They observed reduced functional connectivity in certain brain regions, but increased connectivity in others, like the default mode network and dorsal attention network.
This suggests a complex interplay of neural circuits and inflammatory responses. What about long-term consequences? How does this cognitive impairment manifest over time?
Long-term consequences can be quite severe. For instance, some individuals develop post-acute COVID-19 vaccination syndrome, or PACVS, characterized by cognitive impairments similar to those seen in chronic fatigue syndrome. This indicates that cognitive symptoms might not only be tied to the virus, but also to the body's immune response.
That's a lot to take in. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's hope through ongoing research and potential interventions. Speaking of which, how can herbal remedies play a role in supporting cognitive health post-COVID-19?
Great question, Alex. We've been exploring an herbal formula from the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies by Herbal Bloom. This formula focuses on neuroprotective, anti-inflammatory, and cognitive-enhancing properties of selected herbs. Let's go over some of these herbs.
Sure. First, we have Ginkgo Biloba, which is known for improving cognitive function and protecting against neuroinflammation.
Then there's turmeric, or curcuma longa, which has potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, crucial for reducing neuroinflammatory responses.
Panax ginseng is another key component. It's an adaptogen that can enhance cognitive performance and reduce fatigue, very relevant for post-COVID recovery.
Bacopa monnieri is also included for its cognitive-enhancing effects, particularly in improving memory and attention, addressing the brain fog experienced by many.
And let's not forget ashwagandha, which supports overall mental health, reduces anxiety, and offers neuroprotective benefits.
This formula targets multiple pathways involved in cognitive impairment, from reducing inflammation to enhancing neuronal connectivity. It's a promising adjunctive strategy for supporting recovery.
That's fantastic. It's always good to know that there are natural ways to help support our health, especially when dealing with something as complex as post-COVID cognitive impairment.
Absolutely. And it's important for anyone considering herbal remedies to consult with healthcare professionals to ensure safety and efficacy, especially when dealing with underlying conditions or medications.
Wise advice, Emma. And that wraps up today's episode. We hope you found this discussion insightful and helpful.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay healthy and take care.
Until next time, this is Alex.
And Emma, signing off from the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies podcast.